Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 12 of KAL Experience. I'm in transit out here, going for a nice little walk, and was thinking about this week. What did I want to kind of do today's episode on? And I've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of music-related stuff over the past couple of days and weeks, and been having a really, really good time with it. And I thought today might be a good time to show you guys one of the devices that I've been using, spending a lot of time with, and kind of learning the ins and outs of it. And some of you may have seen me post a couple pictures on Instagram and on Facebook with this device, and probably wondering, like, what is that thing? What is it? He tags it as Teenage Engineering OPZ, doesn't give any information about what it is, what it does. Well, today I got y'all. So I'm gonna just give a little high-level overview about this thing right here called the Teenage Engineering OPZ. A lot of people out here are doing a lot of live videos and stuff like that, and I've been trying to figure out, like, how do I make it so that I can get direct audio coming into the Instagram live feed or the Facebook live feed while still being able to talk to and communicate and engage with the audience. So I was really excited. Yesterday, I finally figured out a solution that works. So I'm really looking forward to being able to use this and hop online and kind of show some of the stuff that I've created. So I'm gonna give a little pro tip at the end of the video. So yeah, what sets the Teenage Engineering OPZ apart from pretty much anything else out there is the fact that it's so small in size, it's so powerful, and it just sparks such interesting creativity. Out of all the different things that I've tried, there's nothing else out there that I think even comes close. Something this small that, I would sometimes bring this thing with me to Starbucks or, to the library even, or just pretty much anywhere that I can throw in some headphones and just not be in the studio working on music. Even outside, sometimes to the park and stuff like that. And, I think a different environment could really spark some interesting ideas. Let's go inside, let's go downstairs, and I want to give you guys just a little breakdown about what this device is, and maybe even construct a little music for you guys on the fly. All right, so if you are like me and you have musical ideas sort of running through your head at all times on any given day, then I believe that it's really, really important to have some type of portable device or something with you that will allow you to be able to capture these ideas. To that point, today we're going to look a little bit at the OPZ, which is a device that came out maybe about 2 years ago now, maybe about a year and a half. And I've had my eyes on this thing for quite a while leading up to its launch, and I'm really, really happy with all the things that it's capable of, and it's just a ton of fun to use. So what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of give you a 10,000 foot kind of overview of what this device is. There's a lot more tutorials and things like that that are already available online, so this is not really a tutorial, but it's more so just to give you an idea of what this thing is capable of, and maybe even play some of the things that I've created on this device so far. Let's dive in. So this is called the OPZ, and this device essentially, we're going to go into a new track here by hitting, again, I said it's not a tutorial, so I'm just going to go to a brand new fresh track. So essentially what this thing is in its simplest form is it's a sequencer that allows you to be able to create, and you have 8 different tracks here, 8 different main tracks that we're going to talk about today. You have what are called the drum tracks. Let me go ahead and throw these headphones on so we can, I got to get immersed in the music here, So we have what's called the drum track, the kick track. So here's a drum track. You have a lot of different drum samples that you can use, all these different drum samples. A snare track. Then you have the cymbals, a special effects track, I guess. So sounds, other little one-shot samples and things like that. And then you have 4 more tracks that are associated with a specific instrument, right? So you have your bass. Then you have what's called your synth. And again, I'm showing you guys just one of the many sounds that are in here they're called synth engines, but these are just one that I'm showing you for now. Then you have what's called the arpeggiator track, which is similar to the synth track, but arpeggiator is kind of playing either a note or a collection of notes, kind of one after another in sort of a rhythmic fashion, right? So arpeggiator, if I just press one note, you have that, but if I press a couple, you have something like that, right? And then you have the chord track, maybe my favorite. So you have the chord, you can hit multiple keys together and form a chord. So again, that is what you have there. And basically what you're doing is you're just kind of laying down some different rhythms or whatever you're kind of feeling creatively at that moment, and you're kind of laying that down and you're just kind of seeing what happens with it, right? So what I'm going to do right now for you guys is I'm going to play you one of my songs, and I'm just going to play one of the instruments at a time and let you kind of get a feel for what's happening, and then I'm going to bring it all together. So we're going to go to one of my tracks, and like I said, I'm going to just kind of mute every other track on here, and I'm just going to kind of put one in at a time, right? So we have the drum first. Now I'm going to take that out. I'm going to add the cymbals to show you what the cymbals sound like. Or not even cymbals in this case. This is actually some other, like a synth hit or something. Let's hear the bass. Okay, cool. Let's hear a little bit of the synth sound. It's kind of like a little chime, like a bell or something like that. Pretty cool. And we're almost somewhere. We're getting there. We're just building on this. And then I'm going to go ahead and put everything together like I said. And here's another track here. And then last but not least is the chord. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play them and add it and just kind of join them in until you hear the full song. Alright, so here we go. See, I'm muting, bringing that together, get a little vibe to it, feel me? Feel like I'm gonna start dancing here or doing something, I don't know. Bring that bass in. Alright, you might get a little idea of where we're heading with this track now, because this is something that I like right here. I'm not gonna freestyle, don't worry. Because I can't freestyle. Jessica's not here. If she was here, she might freestyle. Alright, so bring in some more instruments. Let's bring in 2 instruments together, 2 fingers. Here we go. There we go. I can dance. Not gonna freestyle, I'll just start dancing. Here we go. One more chord. And then we take something out too. Let's take out the arpeggiator. So that's a little bit of an idea of one of very many things that you can do on here. We're not going to get into a lot of the other things, but I do just want to kind of throw out there what another thing that makes this really a fun device to use is this is a performance device. So this device lets you do things and kind of remix on the fly, and you get all kinds of kind of weird or interesting variations as you're remixing. For example, let me actually do that on that song that we were just listening to, just so you get an idea. So remember we talked about the tracks earlier, these 4 tracks, these 8 tracks, there's 8 more here, and this one in particular has to do with performance. So let me turn this down a little bit, and these buttons down here all do something to the overall feel of the song, and I'm just gonna hit them one by one and let you get a feel. That is clearly dropping out all the sounds except for the drums. How about this one? Dropping out all the sounds except for the synths, right? So you can do something like this. And then back in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, something like that. So you can mix things up. So all kinds of stuff. We're, again, not going to get too deep into that. But that in a nutshell is why I love this thing. So I use it all the time. The thing is I have a lot of different sort of things that I can use to create music, and kind of just depends on the mode I'm in, right? This thing here, as soon as you pick it up and turn it on, you're going to start creating something, and you kind of just vibe out with it. If you want to start completely from scratch and you're talking about like a piano or one of these keyboards or something, in that case, sometimes I just want to I want to explore all these vast sounds and all these other types of things that a keyboard is going to be more associated with for me. Now hopefully it's no longer a mystery. Hopefully you guys understand what this is all about. So yeah, one more thing that I want to talk about with regards to the OPZ is, so I'm really excited about the idea of being able to start using this thing and going on Instagram and Facebook Live and recording and stuff. And as we know, when you're on Instagram Live or Facebook Live and you're doing anything related to music, you need that sound quality to be on point. It needs to sound crisp, clean. It can't, I can't unplug this and let the phone capture the sound that you're getting that way. It just wouldn't work that way, right? So. And people would not tune in. People are going to be like, they want to hear something good, right? So that's one side of the fence. The other side is when you have people joining these sessions, like I've done some piano ones and I've done some on the keyboard and things like that, and I've had a great time with it. But if people are joining and messaging you, it's hard, like, I'm supposed to be communicating to them. They can hear and see me. I shouldn't be typing messages back. That's not really engaging at all for them. Like I put myself in their shoes. If they're like, hey, what's up, Kev? And I'm like, hey, how's it going? Then it takes away from the music and it just does not work at all. So I've been looking at those two things and trying to figure out a solution for this. Definitely for the piano and for my Roland Phantom, which might be similar solutions or they might be different. But basically, we're talking about this OPZ today. So for me to be able to hop on live and hear direct or send direct audio and be able to still communicate with people. That's the goal, and I was not able to figure out a way to do that. This has a USB-C port on it. My phone has a USB-C port. Plugging C to C, it just was not ever working, and I could not understand why it was not working at all. It just did not make sense to me. But I ultimately figured it out. And so I want to share that with you guys because I would love to see more people doing what I'm about to start doing quite often, which is hopping on live and doing some performances and stuff like that, and being able to talk to the people that are joining. Like that's a really exciting I think thing, and I would tune in for anyone else who has an OPZ. I would love to see what other people are creating with the device because there's so many different types of things you can create. So the trick to this whole thing for me was, okay, USB-C on here to USB-C was not working. And what I needed to do was have one of these, and I have it plugged into my phone up here right now, so I'm just gonna unplug it. And I'm going to show you guys in the camera here. I have an Android phone, by the way, and this is called an OTG adapter, on-the-go adapter. And this basically converts your phone's USB-C port, hopefully that's coming in clear, USB-C port to, I believe this is called a USB-A, which basically, in layman terms, this is the port that you plug a USB stick or USB jump drive in on your laptop or computer. This allows a USB jump drive to be able to get plugged into your phone that has USB-C. All right, so OTG adapter. A lot of phones come with these, and this was the trick. This is what I needed in order to make this work. Why a USB-C to USB-C did not work? Why having a cable with this on both ends didn't work? I have no idea. Still researching that. So once I plug this into here, and then plug this into my phone, and this into the OPZ, everything works. So that's phase one. You have to do that in order to make it work. Now phase two is now they can hear the audio from the OPZ, but they can't hear me talking. Anything happening in the world is not going to come through the feed. So that's the second part. And the second part for the OPZ at least was that I'm able to, that camera's up there, right? So yeah, so I'm able to take this cable and I'm able to get a earphones, any earphones that have a microphone on it, so ones that you normally may plug into your phone to be able to listen and speak to someone. If you plug that in here and then hit the headphone button, the mic on button, what'll happen is your OPZ on the side here, that light is going to turn orange to let you know that the mic is working, and then I can talk to you guys and turn down the volume here so the music is lower so you guys can hear me, or talk over the music, and everything just kind of comes together. So that was a huge thing for me. I was like completely excited when I figured that out. I didn't see that information anywhere else online, so I just wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully this helps someone out there. And I'm sure there's at least one person out there who's frustrated and was trying to figure this out, and hopefully this video reaches that person somehow. All right, so I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys did too. And I appreciate you guys watching as always. I'm really excited about the direction the show is going in. I have some things that I've been thinking about for the second season, and things that are just really exciting to me. And not ready to share those with you guys just yet, but just be on the lookout, and just thanks again for sticking with this, and I hope everyone is doing okay and just staying safe as you guys can possibly be, and just kind of doing the right things in this crazy time, and I hope you have an outlet. One of my future episodes is going to be kind of talking about that a little bit, but for me, having this music thing has been just a really big thing for me, having that creative outlet. And so I just encourage you to definitely spend some time figuring out what that is for you if you don't know yet. And if you do know, just dive in and have fun with it. Have a good time with it. All right, so I'm shutting this down. I need to go eat, and then I need to go make some more music. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the evening or day, depending on when it is that you are watching this. And take care. All right, bye. Actually, we know a lot of people nowadays. Whoops. We know a lot of people nowadays. It's windy out here.